pretty busy boy. Even my lawnmowers.
Oh, this is the one I saw online.
Yeah, that's the one I built last year. I've been just trying to polish it up a little bit and do some things. Yeah, and that was
so that took you about 10 months in total, is that right?
Oh, I don't know. I started last July and ended about Christmas.
Okay.
So 6 months or so. Yeah, it's a long, difficult process, but you know, I got time.
Yeah.
You know, now that I'm no longer running around in a business and
Right.
flying planes and stuff like that, you know, got to occupy your time with something.
Yeah.
Build cars too.
Ah, the Yuba.
There's the Yuba bikes, yeah. So I have warehouses full of junk like this. So I stock those up and ship them around to various dealers.
Nice.
You can see I have quite a collection of bikes, including the recumbent back in here.
Yeah. They're the most efficient, aren't they?
Well, they're hard to go up hills, and they're hard to put panniers on. That's the only thing. So, but I have some really fast ones too. Yeah. I have a little tractor which I demonstrate to people, showing how to use direct sunflower oil. That one there, I haven't started it for 6 months. I doubt if it'll work.
Just directly on sunflower oil?
Just straight sunflower oil, yeah. Some of it's degummed.
Degummed.
Yeah, so there's maybe if you take sunflower oil and just burn it straight, there's a lot of gums in it. Okay. So I wash it with hot water, and that actually takes out a lot of the gums. And so we run it straight on the tractors. I don't know if this will start. Smell it's sunflower oil. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's surprising. It works. For 6 months. So I did that up, and it works well.
This is great.
So, and I'm building some cars. This is my regular biodiesel car, and the one up above, I'm just making it into a sunflower oil burner.
Do you give tours to school groups and things?
Yeah, I give tours usually.
So
I'm trying to get somebody else to do it so that I can get my time.
Right.
Other areas, you know. Because I've got lots of ideas in my head swirling about, and I basically need help now doing it, because you can see the immensity of stuff, you know, I have here, junk I have.
Right.
This is our forklift. Of course, we use it for getting on there, and of course it has the same battery as our system, so maybe you better look at the system. Come on there, guys. This is the battery. One of the batteries, I got 3 different batteries I use in our system.
So I got the black Yuba.
Pardon?
I got the black Yuba.
Oh, did you?
That's a nice green.
Yeah, they're one of my favorites. I don't know why. Some people either green and orange, but the black is nice. And there's quite a story behind this. I don't know if you read it, but I basically put up the windmill, and I got all kinds of hassle from everybody and everything, and then finally, what is it called? Electrical Safety came around and fined me $55,000. $5,000 a day for non-compliance, and promised me 1.5 years in jail because there was no CSA sticker on the windmill I built at 24 volts. And of course CSA laughed at it and said, well, we can't give you a sticker, it's 24 volts, it won't kill anything. So, you know, getting that resolved was a real headache. But eventually I said, look, I'll just go to jail and pay the fine and go to court and all that. And they gave up. They said, oh, well, we'll come and inspect it. They came and looked at it and said, that's fine, we're getting that. So I was pretty angry at that. So here we have the system. This over here, if you come over here, you can see our solar cells right now are producing 600 watts on that bank, and this one here only about 184. Our voltage out right now is 28. I run a 24 volt system, so it runs from 24 to 28. And then we go over here, and we have different, this is your basic controller for some of the stuff. Inverter to give you 100 volts or 120 volts. You want to run 120 because you use small wires, because if you run 24 volts, that's the kind of wire you're going to get, and it will cost you an absolute fortune to get it. The windmill comes in here, and this is just a homemade box. And the way to stop the windmill is to cross, it's a 3-phase, so you just cross 3 wires,
right,
and it pretty well stops it dead. You can't get it started. And of course Hydro looked at that and said it doesn't have a sticker on it. So this is where I...
Must work then.
I know. They pissed me off greatly. And this here, I turn it to DC volts, so I produce a little heat here on a good day. And then we have, what do we call it? A diversion controller. So when the battery gets up to 28 volts, that's its limit. You don't want to go any farther. So then it diverts it over to my water tank to get more hot water.
Right.
So one of these days I'll be actually able to entertain some ladies here.
Right.
And they know they got hot water all the time.
There you go. A hot tub there.
Right. So, and you can see it tells you little signals.
Excess energy.
5 times tells me it's just about fully charged, and when it goes to solid green, it's fully charged, the battery. And but I have to try use the energy as it's being used throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
My actual feeling is, and it might scare you on this one, but I really feel that we're going to have to learn to live without electricity. It's just too hard to keep it going. Mm-hmm. When you think of what you're trying to do in life, is it worth all the hassles of getting electricity when you can go down to the lake and fish and just get up when the sun gets up, and, you know?
Right. So you're...
And do you need your computers? Do you need your hair?
You become a naturalist.
Well, I guess so, but it's occurring to me because I have to maintain all this stuff, you know? Right. I just can't go off to Mexico.
But if we did it in a coordinated fashion, then it could be done in a much more efficient way.
Yeah, but the problem is, when you go, if you have any mathematical abilities, you'll realize that solar cells will not reproduce solar cells.
How do you mean?
Well, how many solar cells do you think it'll take to produce one solar cell? I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands, because the energy, basically everything's made with fossil fuels.
Right. And that's what we have to do, is use the remainder of our fossil fuels to become sustainable.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Right.
Forget it.
Right. I hear you.
So that's the...
There are a number of obstacles to overcome.
Politically, it's impossible to do. I mean, I fight with them all the time, and even the greatest things that make sense, they can't do.
Right.
You know, people just aren't ready to accept. We're willing to sustain the unsustainable.
Right.
Until there's nothing else
left.
That's
right. But so trying to work at solutions under our current system is impossible.
Yeah, I don't work with anything. I don't go to council and beat the bushes and stuff like that. What I do is, if I think something is worthwhile, I say, look, come and investigate me. No, come and investigate me. I'm totally illegal, and we'll fight it out in court. And I always win.
But you're setting an example. Yeah. This is the way that things need to be.
But that's the way I go about it in the reverse. So I go to court and I win. Mm-hmm. Then they have to change the law. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to go through all the hassles.
Right.
But it takes a lot of time and effort and pain sometimes. But lately, they've been saying, maybe we better go around and see what this guy's got going here.
That's good. That's good.
You know?
It's good.
Yeah. So